Hello guys, welcome back. This is David. I do hope you're doing well. Big day today, level 3 results are out. So from the February candidates, roughly 11,000 or so level 3 candidates back in February, the pass rate this time around was 49%, pretty much in line with the last few seasons. Now, if you got good news today, guys, fantastic congratulations. Very, very well done. If you didn't quite make it this time around, stick around in the video. A few hints and tips, guys, coming your way as well too, to get there next time around. Now, if you did make it through this time around, you'll be joining approximately 204,000 existing CFA charter holders. Guys, but the first task for you will be submitting your work experience. Let's check it out. Now, I recommend you look at the Institute website telling you about the 4,000 hours, the 36 months. They have a useful tool, self-assessment tool, to guide you through the process as well. And before very long at all, your charter arrives in the famous scroll, quite a big thing coming through. And this will kind of epitomizes or represents all that hard work that you've been through. Recommend that you do choose a nice frame and celebrate, guys, that achievement. One chapter ends and a new one begins. How are you going to apply the knowledge? What's next in your career? What's next in terms of your learning? As the years roll on, then of course your career rolls on as well, and this kind of time of you're studying your CFA charter kind of fits into the bigger picture of your overall career. So a great time to look back and also to look forward. Now, if you didn't quite make it through this time around in February, remember that in the scheme of things, a few months, 6 months, or even going to 1 year, it's not that long before you'll be get the chance to get your charter next time around. So, do you go for the next sitting in terms of August, or do you need a bit more time? And the answer is you'll need to know yourself, won't you, as far as how much time do you have to study, and what about your gaps and development areas to create your optimal study plan. Now, some key dates to be aware of. Here's the exam windows. And you can see here, August isn't that far away, the 15th to the 19th, or are you putting it off until 2026, end of January? If you're going to look at the dates, remember the closing dates, the last days for registering, are coming up pretty soon. If you're going for the August window of May the 6th, obviously you've got a lot longer there for next year. Now, I know people who take a bit of time to think about it. I know particular a few people who, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead at the next sitting to kind of keep as much knowledge as I have and build on my gaps, get a lot more practice in, or often perhaps time run out in your first attempt. When you're kind of going for the next sitting, you're retaining quite a lot of your existing knowledge, which can be a really useful thing to do. Putting it off until next year, you have to relearn it again, even the stuff you're quite strong on. So identifying the weaker areas amongst perhaps some of the core knowledge, whether it might be derivatives, currency, capital market expectations, that's perhaps where you can get a bit of a hand and a help. Guys, we have class and tuition videos can really help you in these areas, and review products as well to help your practice. How did your pathways go? Were you strong in your pathways, or do they need strengthening? Because we can help you with this as well. Now, very often, if when we talk to people perhaps who are planning a retake, one of the things we're going to ask them particularly is, are you aware of our kind of key signature products that make all the difference? Did you use the review products? Now, the review product is, I think, one of our best products here at Kaplan, because of the amount of practice questions that you have. So the Q&A book for level 3 covers item set and constructed response, of course, and the specimen or guideline answers are very strong, giving you a good understanding of what's required to get those marks. For the content itself, mind maps are popular, and then the watch an instructor going through any key areas that you want to strengthen as well too. Every question in the Q&A book has its own debrief video, so you get an instructor talk through for any trickier areas. The other workshop I'd really recommend, if you haven't heard about it, is what we call the essay writing workshop, which is a live 1 day workshop, usually 6 weeks or so prior to the exam window. Now it's live, but it is recorded, and it's for anywhere in the world can participate. And you send in your answers to constructive response questions for greater feedback. You get a score, you get feedback, you get coaching to know areas for improvement. And oftentimes that's a key area, perhaps of doubt with level three. Am I missing marks? Am I dropping marks? How could I improve? You actually send in some of your questions prior to the course, and then work through questions on the course, and send through questions after the course, and get that valuable feedback. Again, if you're unaware of that, guys, check out the Schweser website for more details of that live review. We call it the essay writing workshop. Now, lastly, we have 6 mock simulations. Simulate the same exam experience, of course. And every question on those mocks has its own instructor debrief video, guiding you how to win the marks as well. So, guys, if you are retaking, when you think about the wider career, it's only 6 months or perhaps even a little bit longer if you extend the study time. In the scheme of things, well worth getting yourself absolutely ready for your next attempt. Guys, reach out to us if you want a hand, you want to talk it through. But if you have got through this time around, guys, many congratulations. If you're planning a retake, guys, the very best with that as well. Guys, all the very best.